Oh, so now what? I made it down the 1,175-mile trek from Lake Ontario down the Erie Canal, Hudson River, up the coast of the U.S., and then back into Nova Scotia, Canada. And, I had a whole pile of problems when I was crossing the Cape Cod Canal. I had a fouled prop. There was a tanker coming the other way. And, it was not... what do you call it? It's not a good experience having a fouled prop. I ended up taking a dive in the bay, and to try to defoul it, which I had a whole root ball of weeds on there. So that was like I swam in the Hudson, I swam in the Cape Cod Bay, ended up swimming in Shelburne Harbor just to clear these props. My crossing across the Gulf of Maine was a bit rough. There was actually quite a bit there that I had to take care of. There was just some things like my toaster fell in the sink, you name it. There's a bunch of things that I had to do to get that to be more, I guess, firmly fixed in the boat. And then, you know what? I had a good test, radar and things. Like I never saw a boat for 200 miles while I was crossing the Gulf of Maine. Fog, the radar was put to good test. And then, when I finally made it to Shelburne Harbor, I decided that I needed to test my head sail that had the rip, and I couldn't get it to fly properly. So I ended up just taking it down, and I needed another head sail. So I talked with Kevin over at Base Sails and asked him to help me out with that. So I've got a few repairs to do. Number one, I needed to deal with the prop shaft getting tangled up in weeds. The next thing I needed to do was deal with my head sail. And then the third thing is I had like a power inverter battery problem, which actually happened on the dock, which actually turned out to be a blown battery. So I need to work on that and figure out what to do. So I decided to haul out while I was in Shelburne and put myself on the hard and deal with these things. Because I didn't feel confident going down the coast without addressing these last few items. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be, over the next period of months, I'm going to be going through the 3 or 4 technical challenges that I had with the trip here to Nova Scotia. And I'm going to put together a solution for each one of my problems. And then on the video side, I'm actually going to do a little bit of a recap on some of the electric motor performance challenges that I had and how well some things worked, and then some of the things that came up that I didn't enjoy, like the generator wasn't outputting enough power. So that's what I'm going to be working on. That's what I'm going to be talking about in the next few upcoming videos over the winter. And I'm getting myself ready to head somewhere. I've had some plans thrown at me to go north maybe or south come the spring. So I need to work that out where I'm going to be going. So I'm doing some readings. If you've got some advice for me or encouragement, I'd appreciate hearing it. Anyways, appreciate all your feedback and comments on these videos. You guys are keeping me going. Really appreciate it. And shout out to all my Patreons for helping me out with my video production. It's awesome. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Well, back on the boat after a bit of a break. Went to see my family. Did some visiting for about 2-3 weeks after taking my trek up to Nova Scotia. I'm here at the Shelburne Yacht Club. And I'm just switching my dinghies around because the old dinghy has a leak. Tired of fixing it. It's 20 some years old. I've done my best with it, but after spending about almost $300 in glue, I did the math. I went back and checked. It was $280 I spent on glue. So I said, you know what? I'm just better off putting some money into something a little newer. So I found a good deal on a high field. It's very small. It's the UL 240. Nice and light. Be good for one person, 2 people maybe. It says for 3, and it fits my 5 horsepower pretty nicely. I do like the material that it's made in. It feels tougher than my old Zodiac. But we had a whole pile of rain, and now I'm going to be getting rid of the water that's in it. If you take a look, this is the new dinghy, And you can see that's just a pile of water. Decided to go with a rigid one. So we'll see how that goes. A dream was born years ago. A beat-up sailboat, no engine, no instruments, just a vision of open waters. Countless hours were poured into learning batteries, wiring, and solar, turning that old gas boat into an electric Voyager. This channel humbly shares the lessons hard-learned through that DIY journey. For 6 years, the dream grew, step by step, until finally, 1,100 nautical miles were sailed from Hamilton to Nova Scotia, breaking free from the dock. Join this adventure, exploring new seas, tinkering along the way, chasing freedom with no fixed horizon. Subscribe and sail along. Yesterday, so I said I'd be better off get rid of this water with a pump than the sponge. Batteries are always dying on this thing. GoPro battery. I thought these were good, but I don't know. They don't seem to last very long. I'm griping here. Anyways, I'm gonna go finish off my my dinghy swap. So the I have to take the hangers that I custom made for the boat and then connect them up to the new one. So I got to move those, and then I'm gonna take a picture and send that over to the office manager here at the club, Aaron, to see if anybody wants the old dinghy before I put it on public for sale. All right, let's go for a sail or a row. We'll see how this works. All right, so one thing I would say off the bat is that dinghy is about the same weight, just the other one's a bit bigger, but it's older, so it has a bit more weight to it. But because of the rib part on the bottom, it really rows straight. The other one's got like this soft bottom, and it's got an inflatable kind of rib in the middle, and just doesn't do a good job. This one here was very easy to row. I'm impressed. Anyways, this is how I put it back together. Yay. That's all good. She's back on. It's got a bit of a lean this way, but I'll tweak it the next time I take it out. Well, I've got a little bit of maintenance here to do. Just a little thing. I just want to change my head sail. I've got the storm jib on there right now, so I'm just going to drop it. So I basically just taken off the furling line. That's my line to basically furl the sail up. And then I just take the sheets off. And then because the wind is going from port to starboard a little bit, I'm just going to keep this line here on. And pull out the main, pull out the jib. And then I'm going to drop it. Stuck, so my rope stuck. This is the part that makes it hard on by yourself. So you can see it's coming out on the furler. Okay, so I'm going to drop that now. Oh, you didn't get any of that, did you? That's the way it goes sometimes. Push the button on the camera and it doesn't record. Anyways, I got the sail down. You can see it down there. And this is my jib halyard. So I just basically loosen it and I just pull the sail down. It's no big deal. But the wind's picked up a little bit, so I'm not going to put the other one on until the wind dies down a bit. Because I'm by myself, so I don't have a hand. The sail's a bit big to roll up here or fold it properly here on the deck, so I'm just shoving it in the bag. I'm going to bring it over to the parking lot. Not too sure if I'll be able to do that or not. It's going to be at least 10-15 knots of wind right now, so I might wait a little bit. Well, this is the first time I've actually backed out of the slip here at the Shelburne Yacht Club by myself, and with a slip head crosswind. So I was surprised by how quickly the boat was turning on its axis. So my prop walk was really affecting how quickly that the boat was spinning. Like there's always a bit of prop walk which goes to port, whether I'm going forward or backwards. But it was really going, so I was like, okay, stop, okay, let it coast, go. And then the wind caught the front end here, and it really just pulled it over. I was surprised how fast that moved. You can't see, but on my port side, there's actually a boat beside me, and I'm probably about 2 feet away from the boat the whole way. So I didn't hit it or anything, but I was really close, and I was like just keeping an eye on it and letting the boat kind of just turn on its own power. Generally speaking, I like kind of going slow, so here I've kind of turned on the power and just speeding her up to go straight, and then it's pretty easy to get out of the little marina here. A lot of shifty winds out here. Well, we got out of the harbor, testing the sail out. Looks good. Well, I got my sail tested, and the wind is really unpredictable here. It was like shifting left, right. So anyways, it was just going out to do a test, get this last sail under my belt. The repaired sail's got a different shape to it now, so I've got to figure out what's not right on it, because it flaps up at the top upper part, so I don't know if it got stretched a certain way or what, but I'll have to call Kevin over at Base Sails and ask him that, see if I can get the scoop on that one. So anyways, I'm just going to get the lines tidied up here so I can step ashore, step on dock, and then yeah, I'm heading back in here now. There's the government wharf right here, and then a little further down is the Shelburne Yacht Club, and you can see the boats in the marina out on moorings. So I've got wind, should blow me onto the dock, so it should be okay. I think not too difficult. I don't think it'll be that difficult a task to get back on deck or on dock. Away we go. I was just out for a brief sail. It was about, started out 7 knots, but then it went up 10 to 20 knots, 20 knot gusts there for a little bit. But it was just blowing each direction. It was very awkward. So I was just testing out the new jib, or the repaired jib. I think it got stretched somewhere, so but it's quite possible that it pulled out of shape. It's pretty old, so I might need a new jib. Shelburne Harbor Yacht Club. Got to avoid those boats on mooring on the way in. And we'll be docking shortly.
53.2. This should